Copenhagen is Denmark's capital and most populated city. The city had a population of 805,402 people as of January 1st, 2022. Copenhagen is located on the island of Zealand's eastern shore. Another part of the city is located on Amager, and it is separated from Malmö, Sweden by the strait of Resund. The Resund Bridge is a rail and traffic bridge that connects the two cities. Copenhagen, originally a Viking fishing hamlet established in the 10th century around what is now Gamle Strand, became the capital of Denmark in the early 15th century. With its institutions, defenses, and armed forces, it consolidated its position as a regional center of power beginning in the 17th century. During the Renaissance, the city functioned as the de facto capital of the Kalmar Union, which governed the majority of the modern Nordic region in a personal union with Sweden and Norway. The city thrived as the cultural and commercial hub of Scandinavia under the Union for well over 120 years, from the 15th century until the beginning of the 16th century, when the Union was dissolved due to Sweden's uprising. The city underwent reconstruction following a disease outbreak and fire in the 18th century. Copenhagen has experienced rapid urban and cultural development since the turn of the century, thanks to investments in its institutions and infrastructure. The city is Denmark's cultural, economic, and governmental capital, as well as one of Northern Europe's major financial centers. The oldest part of Copenhagen's inner city is known as Middle Alderweiden, which means the medieval city. Copenhagen, often known as the City of Spires, is famed for its horizontal skyline, which is interrupted only by the spires and towers of its churches and castles. The Church of Our Saviour's Baroque spire, with its narrowing external spiral stairway that tourists can ascend to the summit, is the most distinctive of all. Copenhagen is often regarded as a model of best practice urban planning. Its vibrant mixed-use city center is distinguished by spectacular contemporary architecture, fascinating public areas, and a plethora of human activity. These design outcomes were purposefully accomplished in the second half of the 20th century by thorough replanning. In recent years, there has been a surge in modern architecture in Copenhagen, both for Danish and international architects. For hundreds of years, hardly no foreign architects worked in Copenhagen, but since the millennium's turn, the city and its immediate surroundings have seen buildings and projects created by top international architects. The city's skyline has changed as a result of the increase in urban growth and modern design. Although a political majority has resolved to retain the historic core free of high-rise buildings, numerous places will, or have already, undergone enormous urban expansion. Copenhagen is widely regarded as one of the world's most environmentally friendly cities. The city has been commended for its green economy as a result of its commitment to high environmental standards, ranking as the top green city for the second time in the 2014 Global Green Economy Index. By 2025, Copenhagen hopes to be carbon neutral. In this year, commercial and residential buildings will lower their electricity use by 20% and 10% respectively, while overall heat consumption would decrease by 20%. Solar panels and other renewable energy elements are becoming more widespread in Copenhagen's newer buildings. By 2025, district heating will be carbon neutral thanks to waste incineration and biomass. New buildings must now be built to low energy class ratings, and by 2020 they must be near net zero energy structures. By 2025, 75% of trips should be performed by foot, bike, or public transportation, and the city expects 20 to 30% of cars to run on electricity or biofuel. The anticipated investment is $472 million in public money and $4.78 billion in private sources. The city's urban planning officials continue to take these priorities into account. Climate challenges and measures to achieve maximal use of low-energy standards receive special attention. Priorities include sustainable drainage systems, rainwater recycling, green roofs, and trash management solutions that are efficient. Streets and squares in cities should be built to encourage cycling and walking rather than driving. Copenhagen has consistently placed well in worldwide polls of quality of life. Its steady economy, education services, and level of social safety make it appealing to both citizens and visitors. Although it is one of the most expensive cities in the world, it is also one of the most livable due to its public transportation, bicycle facilities, and environmental legislation. Copenhagen is a masterpiece of modern human ingenuity. In a time of environmental crisis, Copenhagen leads the world as the pinnacle example of ideal city planning. Wander the city's medieval lanes and visit the impressive museums and sites. Sample some fine Danish or international cuisine for lunch or dinner, and marvel at the old, modern, and futuristic complexity of this amazingly beautiful and functional Danish city. We hope you enjoyed this journey. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see all of our videos of all the amazing places to see in the world. Also, please be sure to leave a comment below to share your tips and tricks for how to best see and navigate this amazing place on Earth.